Hi everyone, it's Shanna and I want to make a video showing you some projects I've made using some different items from my creative time, using different stamps and dies, and I've used a variety of her different stamps and dies. I'm just going to show you real quick. I actually store my dies. This is one of those little I don't know if they're like, I think they're Snap. I think it's Snap. But you have these little sheet protector things, and I just use these magnetic sheets, and I put my dies on there, different, I label them. So that's how I store all my dies, and this only has dies from my creative time in them. So that's how I keep all my dies from her. And then my stamps, I actually, let me move my project real quick. My stamps I have in this big binder. This is my creative time. And these sheet protectors I actually get from Stamps of Life. And they can hold, and so they're all on, these are on the sheets that Emma sends her stamps on. So I don't take them off the thing, and then I label them here. Now this doesn't have the cover. I actually keep the paper with the actual sayings and stuff in another notebook, but so they're just kept in here on a piece of white paper background, just kind of so I can see the words a little bit better. But so then I just have all my stamps. Although I'm going to have to get another notebook because this one is too full. And I actually do have holiday ones out, separated. So, but just a quickie on that's how I store them. So, my projects, I've made several different things here, and I want to show you. First thing I've made is a box. And this is going to have a bunch of, this is actually a gift for somebody that I'm going to have greeting cards, or different type of cards actually. But I've altered this box, and I want you to see, first of all, I took some paper, and it was, well, this isn't the exact paper, but it was polka dotted. So see, it was from the same paper line, but it was just polka dot paper, kind of shimmery. But I took her hexagon stamp, and I actually, well, here you can see the polka dots better. So this particular, on the side panels, I took the chevron stamp, and I stamped it with the wide chevron first in some, this is, I believe, London Fog Memento ink, and stamped it with that, and then I took a black with the skinny chevron in the middle and stamped it. Now on the top lid, I took the background hexagon stamp, and I did the London Fog first, and I had to do it in a couple stages because of course my paper was bigger than the stamp. But the stamp lined up really easy to be able, of course, because you can see through her stamps, because of course they're made by Peachy Keen, so you can see through them really easy. I was able to line it up and stamp it where you can't even tell. So it just looks like background paper. So I was able to make that look on that polka dot paper like it's just part of the paper. You can't even hardly tell that it wasn't part of, and was able to alter that paper really easy. And I just absolutely love how it turned out. So I made my own background paper with that. In the sides of the box, I took the hexagon images from the top, and I used the hexagon die. And I just cut out some of the different green polka dot paper that I've used on the balloons on the front, and just kind of put them sporadically along the sides. I painted the box black on the inside and on the bottom, and then put some rhinestones along the bottom. And on the top, I just made a little seam, and I used, this is a piece of balsa wood And I used her die, the little frame die here, and cut out this really thin piece of balsa wood here, can you see? And I popped it up on a little foam dot so that I can make a little tag. The little tag comes out. And I was able to, and then this is the little label that goes with that. And I distressed inked the sides and put greetings, because of course I'm going to have all kinds of cards in here. And of course this is one of the image stamps that she has come out with. And I actually measured the inside of this to make sure my kids would fit inside. And then I colored them with some colored pencils. And I used the tab die to stamp the top, to glue to the top, and so they would fit right down in here. And they just fit perfect right there in that corner. And of course it kind of has them waving at the plane as it flies by, and I've used felt and paper for my clouds up here, and just so you can see the beautiful stitching in the paper, and you can see it here when you look closely in the felt also. And of course we have the flyaway, the balloons in the plane and are from the Fly Away With Me, and we have some beautiful air balloons here lifting upward. And I just love the little scene this makes on the top of the box, and it's just loads of fun. So inside the box I've made a couple cards, and I've actually made a couple Christmas tags too, since it's almost Christmas time. So the tags were just really simple. I used the tag die, I got a glue there, and some Christmas, double-sided Christmas paper. And this one I just used the background, some snowflake background, and a Peachy Keen stamp that I colored with some snowflakes and just put him on there. Of course the little bow die with some snowflakey paper and a brad. The all-around stamp, Happy Holidays, little snowflake, just absolutely adorable. This one I centered the tag. I was able to center the tag around the Christmas tree, again using the all-around image with the little bell cut out. Used a little star epoxied there, and just some little gems to kind of accent and a beautiful little tag. And of course this one, beautiful thing here, you know, I can use, again, I just centered the tag around the image, was able to put the all around, this one here I did put the scallop edge around it to kind of give it some more color, and put the star, the bell in the middle, again to accent it, and room for writing on there. So I think those will be perfect for any little Christmas presents. And then a couple cards that I've made to go in the box, because I'm going to give this to somebody for them to use. I made a Get Well card here, of course, with the die. I've actually used the umbrella die and the boots die here to cut out some boots and an umbrella, and then I've used the stamp. I've used the cloud background stamp, in which I embossed with some clear, and I actually mixed the clear and some silver embossing powders, and then I took some distress ink and did the rest. And then I took a stamp, the little puddle of water stamp, down here. And then I actually stamped Sorry to Hear You're Under the Weather, and used the oval die to put that on. And of course glued that down here with some twine. Layered that on a couple pieces of paper. This is just an A2 size card, and on the inside just layered a piece of paper with Get Well Soon from the same, and that stamp set was, I believe it was the same. Stamp. I'm Here For You, Rain or Shine. It is the set that coordinates with that umbrella set. And I think it's Stitched Boots is the other one. And then we have this cute little, this was a birthday little owl image that she came out with, and I just loved this little, when I got this party set, little banner in this little party die, I just knew this little owl and bird had to be having a party, so I put them together with her label, stitch label layering die set here, and so they're just having a blast on this tree limb, getting ready to go to a party. So just a simple A2 size card with some twine and a little sentiment inside that says happy birthday. So just a nice, quick, simple birthday card to be able to go out to a friend. And then I did a layout. My mother and I recently went to Kauai to my son's wedding, and I took some pictures along the way. My mom and I were traveling in the airport, and so these are pictures that I took as my mom and I were traveling through the airport. I'm trying to see if I can get the whole thing. This is a 12 by 12 layout. If I can get the whole thing here. I'm trying to lift my tripod up here. It says, Kauai, here we come. That's where my son is stationed in the military. So up here at the top, I've made a tag. This is using her journal, one of her journaling stamps. I tried to ink the entire stamp except for the little banner here, and that I inked with some kind of pink purple Memento ink, and to give it a little bit different color. And then I cut around the journal just with my paper cutter, and then I curved the edges, and then I took the tab die, cut 2 pieces out, put it on each side, and then I took the postage stamp die, and I cut this out of one of the travel brochure things that I got while we were traveling, and put this on the back because Kauai, this is where we went, so I can remember. So this is, my scrapbook is in page protectors, so I can't have anything that's extremely bulky. So when this goes in there, this will be at the top, so I can pull this out. So I'm going to journal on this, and I can still pull this out at the top and read it. So I just used some thickers because unfortunately I don't have her letter dies. I'll have to get me some. So I just used thickers over there, and of course I used her calendar stamp and the label, the big label, stitched and layering die over here, and I actually circled the 27th because that was the day of my son's wedding. And I put my boarding pass over here, and then what I did here was I used, these are 2 flowering dies that she has, and the one I want to show you if I can find it now. So this rolled flowering die is to make these 3D flowers, but of course because this is going in my scrapbook, I can't put a rolled flowering die up there on my scrapbook. So I kept these flat so that they would look like lays. And so I kept them flat, and then I used the other flowering die that I have. I did pop them up just a little bit so they would look like flowers on the lays. And of course I used her stitched leaf there in the corners so that I have a little bit of color and leaves on them. So I just love how this turned out, and it was a great fun traveling with my mom. It's the first time we've done that since I've been an adult, and I just love how this layout turned out, and I just love all the projects that I've made, and this was lots of fun, and I hope that, Emma, you will like my projects, and I hope everyone will enjoy them and use lots of my creative time. She's like, my pocketbook dreads seeing her releases every other month. So thank you so very much for watching my video. Thank you, Emma. Bye.